Hey guys, Erin here from Relax Salon. I have gotten a lot of inquiries or people asking about me doing how-to videos during the time when I'm off. Totally not in my comfort zone, but I figure I do them every day for clients while I'm working in the chair, so I can do a video here for you guys. This is just how I curl my hair when I do a little bit of a wave. Not the perfect beachy wave, but just a curl, straighter ends, more of a wave versus curly curl. This is my hair after I have blow dried it. I washed it this morning. Doesn't always happen, but I washed it this morning and I blow dried it. I did use the Kenra blow dry mist for heat protectant. I also used the Kenra Luxe leave-in conditioner. And that was because my hair can be a snarly mess when I wash it. So in order to get a brush through it, that's what I used. And then I also used the Moroccanoil blow dry concentrate. That just helps my hair get a little bit of a smoother finish when I'm blow drying. Remember when blow drying your hair at the end, finish on cool heat. That just helps smooth the cuticle down. So that product does a great job. It doesn't leave it greasy. I use one pump, concentrate more towards my ends, smooth through everything, blow dry my hair, finish on cool. So now I'm going to use an 1¼ inch iron. This is a Hot Tools one. My hair curls pretty well. You need to keep in mind everyone's hair curls differently. Every iron is a little bit different as far as how long you hold it for. So I'm gonna start by clipping off just above my ears. I have fairly thick hair. Most of you that will be watching this already know that. So I just clip it up and then I split it in the back, down the center. I don't know how well you can see that, but, and then I take each section, take a brush through it, make sure it's smooth, split that section in two, and I hold my iron more vertical. I also use the iron to kind of pull and smooth through my hair since it is fuzzy. I do not wrap my ends in all the way. I leave my ends kind of fringed out, and I put my hand on the iron, and when it gets hot enough to the touch that I need to take my hand off is when I feel that it's more done. So now I'm gonna just kind of go down, clamp my ends in, and slowly unravel and pull. Again, I have wavy, curly, fuzzy hair, so I'm gonna have to go back through at the very end and straighten a little bit to get more of the straighter ends effect. If you have curly hair and you let it air dry, your ends are gonna wanna curl up, so you need to do something afterwards, but don't worry about it now. So I'm gonna clamp my ends in now, go down, unwrap, and pull them straight. Then I'll go to the other side. I do a lot of this by feel, not so much looking in the mirror. Holding your iron up and down versus this way will give you a different type of curl too, so keep that in mind. You don't want to, some people will go and straighten all the way through and smooth it out and then wrap up. Now you've just kind of undone, you straightened it before you're curling it, so it's gonna make it harder for the curl to stay, depending on your type of hair. If you have really, really curly hair and you need to do that, go right ahead. But clamp the ends in, then I pull straight. Also, depending on how curly your hair is and how curly you want it to be when you get done, depends on if you let the curls set after you curled them, or if you rake your hands through them right away. People that have curlier hair and want more of a wavy look, I suggest curling through or straightening through it right away. If you want a straighter look and you have curly hair, yes. If you have really straight hair and you want this look, you're gonna wanna let your curls cool. So I just kind of push everything to the back, let them cool, and then at the very end, give a little spray and then rake your hands through it. I do, again, have fairly wavy curly hair, holds curl well, so in a little bit I will go through and rake my hands through that. That's also why I'm not using hairspray now, is because this is probably gonna be curlier than I prefer it to be, but I also don't do my hair that often. So tomorrow it'll be a better look, be more that relaxed look. Also, I go away from my face. I don't know, personal preference. If you're getting that, you know, beachier wave, typically you do see it go away from your face. And there's that. Put the iron back up here. Brush through. Try not to have this take forever because no one wants to watch a video that's an hour long. Also in the morning when you're doing your hair, no one wants to spend a ton of time in their hair, so try not to be perfect with it. The messier, the better, I guess. Having an iron with good springs does help. You see, I always comb my hands through that section just to make sure that it's not knotted up. Don't want any kinks in there. Holding the iron vertical again. This is kind of just what that looks like right now. Clamp down to the end and unwind and pull. I don't know if you guys can see, when you get up here, I start to have these little curls up here. I'm gonna ignore them for now. I will probably go back through with the flat iron to catch those. And so it doesn't have this kink up here. Also, you wanna make sure when you have blow dried your hair that it is fully dry. If it's damp and you have any amount of curl to your hair, it's not gonna hold as well, and it's gonna get fuzzy. And you don't wanna look like Monica from Friends when she goes on vacation. So, just brushing through that. I am at the salon doing my hair. Not at my house. Some kids think it's my house. Pretty cute. And just let that fall. These top ones, I'm not gonna hold quite as long. If you guys have any questions, you can feel free to post them below. I will try to answer them all. I do have time off. That's why I'm doing this video. Normally my life is crazy hectic with working full time and then taking care of the kids. So since I've had so many requests, I figured I will pop in and do this for you guys. The other thing I will say is, well, with everyone's hair being different, my makeup is not perfect, but I like my hair a lot better when my makeup is done versus when it is not done. So keep that in mind. If you do your hair and you're like, it just doesn't look right. A lot of times I'll do my makeup first. Then once my makeup's done and I have some earrings in, I'm a big earrings girl. I typically don't wear bracelets because of my job and they get wet and drip in people's faces, but I'm not working in the salon right now, so I can wear bracelets. But if I just have my makeup done, my hair looks way better. Okay, so this part up here, I just kind of let the rest fall. I'm gonna rake through it so it's not so curly. Pull that back up, rake through it. Okay, so that's more that wave. I can pull on my hair a lot. It's gonna hold curl because I have curly hair. Okay, so I'm dropping this down. Now this part up here, depending on where you hold your iron will depend on how your curl lays. So, because my hair's a little fuzzier, I like to, lighting got a little crazy. That better? I don't know. I like to smooth through it and pull through it. And then I'm just gonna kind of keep wrapping and twisting. And then I pull down right away. I don't want quite as much curl up there. This is more just to control the smoothness of it. If you hold up as you go up, you're gonna get more volume. If you hold the curl tight, you'll get more volume. If you hold it down here, let's see. if you hold down here and pull down, you're not gonna have as much volume. So depending on where you hold that will depend on how much volume you have in your hair. I typically love volume. However, the style the past couple years has not called for crazy amounts of volume. So I'm trying to tame her down a bit. But, so then I just rake through that, kind of tousle so it's not so smushed. And that's that side. Now I'm gonna go back to this side. Kind of see I work side to side. Everyone has their rhythm. That's just mine, I guess. If I section it off, section the top off to the bottom, work from the bottom up, I'm able to see my sections easier versus the other way around. Some people prefer curling the top first and clipping that up. Everyone is different. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. Do whatever works best for you. Again, I'm still going away from my face. Sometimes I get fancy, go different directions. Sometimes also around my face, we'll see how it turns out. I will use a flat iron. Your flat iron's gonna give it a different look than your curling iron. Your curling iron's gonna give it a different look than your wand. Depending on how this goes over, I might do another video with the others. So, there's that. Yeah, looks pretty good actually. My ends have a little bit of a flip to them that I don't love. That's because my hair is curly. So I'm going to just take my flat iron and go through and hit my ends, just to straighten them out just a little bit. Depending on your hair type, also depends on how high of heat your flat iron is. Also depends on how long you leave it on for. But you can notice I'm raking my hands through it. I'm not just grabbing and pinching because stuff's already, you don't want it crimped up. So I'm trying to uncrimp it and straighten it out. This piece right here is a little curlier right here than I prefer. I'd like it more up there. So I'm gonna take my flat iron and just do a little bit of a twist to try to tweak that. So just not quite as curly right around my face. Yeah. So I'm going to go and I'm going to use a texture spray. Let me grab that. So this is Kenra's Dry Texture Spray. It just gives it a little bit, it's kind of like a spray pomade, if you will. Just gives it a little bit more of a piecey, gritty, not overly gritty, but more of a piecey look and a textury feel. It works really well on my hair. It's a really airy product though. So there could be no product left and you would still see stuff coming out. So I like to keep my hands in it while I'm spraying it. Spray up here, give a little, rough it up, give a little volume, spray it on my ends, just kind of pull through. Okay. And it's nice because throughout the day, if it starts to fall, you can tousle it up. Otherwise, I could take and back comb too. So there. That's how I do my hair when I do a little bit of a wavy look, not a little bit more curly, but not super curly. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will try to get this video uploaded, and I hope you guys have a good day and are staying safe. Thanks.